Yeah, as far as, aspiring politicians are concerned, Pete Buttigieg is noteworthy for how insufferable he is. I mean, he represents the the death of the of neoliberalism, the death of the two-party duopoly. I mean, like I feel like I could have made, he ran for president in 2020. I feel like, I could have made this video two years ago, but I think, I think Pete is noteworthy because I think, I think what I'm about to say, in this video, it could be said back then, and I think it still holds up today. Now, I'd like to talk, first thing I'd like to talk about, focus on is his personality. Now, like, there's a certain type of personality in politics that people like to think is likely to get elected. Pete, he's Pete is the sort of personality that I think a lot of people in the 80s, the 90s to 2000s, would be popular back then, but not so much now. He has this, serious, smart, serious, good looking, put together. But I mean, he isn't because, and the reason, like, he's not likable. And, I think the reason why he's not likable, it has to do with his ideology. You know, he represents a neoliberalism, and the electorate, young people, they're moving to the left. They're more attracted to people who, people who are socialist and social democratic, and people aren't going to want to vote for a guy like him. What the Democratic Party does is it virtue signals, it makes gestures to show that it agrees with with young people when it really doesn't. And Pete Buttigieg, for example, he would say, "I support Medicare for all who want it," because some people still want to stay on the private insurer. Yeah, bullshit. I mean, uh, and he just comes across as super smug and super condescending. It's funny, and like that they with the centrist Democrats to say is we're ideologically the same as the left, but we understand how to get things done. I mean, no, it's not that you're not ideologically the same. The second, and his yeah, and and now in regard to his ideology, like is you have to. No, okay, I've talked about ideology. Now let's talk about his baggage. Even though he's like a pretty young guy, Pete already has a whole bunch of baggage. He helped. There's this food. Weston Foods. Who owns a bunch of supermarkets in Canada. He helped that company engage in price fix its bread, and that was a scandal. He as as mayor of South Bend, Indiana, this cute little town. Like he presided upon a super racist police department, and like I mean he worked at McKinsey. I mean, which is this consulting firm that just helps helps big corporations make more money. The problem is capitalism. The problem is ideological, and for all these reasons, that Pete Buttigieg is the candidate of the past, and he's not going to win. His ideology and his politics have no future. In 2020, it's a good thing that Joe he was who the Democratic establishment wanted to win. It's a good thing that Joe Biden was able to beat Bernie Sanders for them. And so anyway, there you have it.